Anything which have mass and the volume is called matter. Everything around us, book, pen, pencil, water, air, and all living beings are composed of matter. Matter can exist in three states: solid, liquid, gas. Let us understand all states of matter at molecular level. In solids, particles are tightly packed. Force of attraction between the particles is very strong. Particles can only vibrate at their fixed position, but they cannot move from their place. Distance between the particles are very less. The particles are loosely packed. Force of attraction between the particles is weak. Particles can move from their position. The distance between the particles are medium. In the gases, the particles are far apart as compared to those present in solid or liquid states, and their movement is easy and fast. The force of attraction between the particles is very weak. The particles can move from their position easily. Distance between the particles is very large. Now let us compare these states of matter on the basis of physical properties: shape, volume, fluidity or rigidity, compressibility. Solids have fixed shape and the fixed volume. They are rigid in nature. They cannot be compressed. Liquids does not have fixed shape and fixed volume. They have tendency to flow. Means the liquid can flow. Liquids are incompressible. Gases have no fixed shape, neither fixed volume. They have tendency to flow. Likewise, liquids. Gases are compressible, means they can be compressed. When temperature or the pressure change of a system occurs, phase changes occur. When the temperature or the pressure increases, the interaction between the molecules increases. Similarly, when the temperature decreases, it is easier for molecules and atoms to settle into a more rigid structure. Now let us discuss the various phases of change of state of matter. Melting. The process by which a substance changes from the solid phase to liquid phase is known as melting. Freezing. The process by which a substance changes from the liquid phase to the solid phase is known as freezing. Evaporation. The process by which a substance changes from the liquid phase to a gaseous phase is known as evaporation. Condensation. The process by which a substance changes from the gaseous phase to a liquid phase is known as condensation. Sublimation. The transition of a solid phase to a gaseous phase without passing the intermediate liquid phase is known as sublimation. There are two terms, vaporization and evaporation, which are simultaneously used in the physics. Let us understand the difference between the vaporization and the evaporation. Vaporization is defined as the transitional phase of a compound or an element, and it occurs during the boiling or sublimation process. Whereas evaporation is nothing but a type of vaporization which mostly occurs at the temperature below the boiling point. Vaporization can change the state of matter from solid or liquid to a gas. During the vaporization, the liquid state of matter is turned directly into gas. Vaporization is usually a fast process and requires a less amount of energy. Evaporation is generally a slower process and requires more energy as the molecules have the high tendency to convert into the vapor phase. During the vaporization, all of the water can turn into gas. As the evaporation, only the top level of water is turned into the gas. When the vaporization occurs, molecules could come from the below of the surface when the liquid is boiling. During the evaporation, the molecules vaporize only from the surface of the liquid.